Let tonight's story bring you gentle peace and ease into sleep. Flax and Sakura, a melody of nature. This story is about Flax, a gentle young man who discovers a deep bond with a meadow's spirit, Sakura, leading to an appreciation and love for nature. Once upon a time, in a tranquil village, nestled between lush green hills and crystal clear streams, there lived a young man named Flax. Flax was known throughout the village for his gentle nature and deep connection with the earth. He spent his days tending to the fields and his nights dreaming under the starry skies accompanied by the melodies of the singing meadows. The village, surrounded by vibrant nature, was a place where the flowers bloomed in every color imaginable, and the air was always filled with the sweet songs of birds. Just beyond the village lay the singing meadows, where wildflowers danced in the wind and streams gurgled joyfully as they meandered through the landscape. The meadows were a symphony of nature, where the gentle rustle of leaves was music to the ears. One warm evening, as Flax walked through the meadows, he heard a song that was unlike any other. The melody was so enchanting that it seemed to wrap around his very soul. Driven by curiosity, Flax followed the sound, and soon found himself in a secluded grove. From there, sitting atop a rock and singing the mesmerizing tune, was a radiant figure. Her name was Sakura, the spirit of the singing meadows. Her hair flowed like a cascade of blossoms, and her eyes sparkled with the light of morning dew. Shisaki and Volis was the sum of the earth itself, soothing and full of life. Flax was captivated by her presence, and as they spoke, he learned that Sakura was the guardian of the meadows. She ensured that the balance of nature was maintained, and the songs of the land were always heard. Every night, Sakura would sing to the stars, weaving stories of the past and dreams for the future. In all of her bond with nature, Flax spent many evenings in the meadows, listening to Sakura's melodies. Over time, a gentle friendship blossomed between the spirit and the young man. Flax shared stories of the village life, of harvest festivals, and the laughter of children playing under the sun. Sakura, in turn, showed Flax the secret wonders of the meadows, from hidden ponds that mirrored the sky to ancient trees that whispered the memories of ages long past. As the seasons changed, so did their friendship, growing stronger with each passing day. Spring brought new life to the meadows, with sacred songs echoing the joy of blooming flowers. Himura's warmth saw Flax and Sakura dancing under the sun, their laughter mingling with the music of buzzing bees and rustling leaves. Autumn painted the landscape in hues of gold and crimson, and together they watched as flocks of migratory birds traced patterns across the sky. In winter, under a blanket of snow, Flax learned to listen to the whispers of the quiet earth, the softest psalm of all. Flax realized that his bond with Sakura and the singing meadows had changed him profoundly. He began to see life, beauty not just in the grand gestures, but in small, tender moments of nature's grace. One day, as the first blossoms of spring appeared, Flax knew he had to share his newfound appreciation with others. He gathered the villagers in the meadow and introduced them to Sakura. Together, they listened to her song, and the spirit of nature touched every heart, deepening their love and respect for the land they called home. Sakura's songs became a part of village life, a reminder of the harmony between people and nature that could be achieved when both were cherished. From then on, the villagers worked alongside Sakura to ensure the meadows remained a place of vibrant life and endless melodies. And every night, beneath the twinkling stars, Flax and Sakura shared stories and songs, celebrating the timeless bond between humans and the world around them. Let's continue with another peaceful journey. Dahlia and the Salamander's Journey. This story is about a young girl named Dahlia, who befriends a lost salamander named Flax, and together they embark on a journey that strengthens their unique bond. In a small village nestled between lush green hills and shimmering streams, lived a young girl named Dahlia, who had an insatiable curiosity about the world around her. Her days were filled with exploring the forest, collecting pebbles and wildflowers, and writing stories about her adventures. One day, as she wandered deeper into the forest than she ever had before, she came across a peculiar sight, a small salamander caught in a tangled mess of twigs and leaves. His fiery orange skin stood out vividly against the underbrush, and his eyes glistened with a plea for help. Dahlia gently freed the salamander, who introduced himself as Flax, a traveler who had lost his way. Grateful for her kindness, Flax asked if she would accompany him on his journey back to his pond home. Enthralled by the idea of a new adventure, Dahlia agreed. Together, they embarked on a journey that would forge an unbreakable bond between the girl and the salamander. The forest seemed to transform before their eyes, as if responding to the unique friendship developing between Dahlia and Flax. The trees whispered secrets, and the flowers bloomed with extraordinary colors as they passed. Both expressed wonder and shared laughter, discovering hidden nooks that seemed to appear only for them. Along the way, Flax revealed stories of his own, a family of tree frogs who sang melodies of the night, a wise old owl who spoke in riddles, and the mesmerizing dance of fireflies at dusk. Dahlia listened with wide eyes, capturing each tale in the pockets of her imagination. As they approached the edge of the forest, the air turned crisp with anticipation. Yet, a sudden storm darkened the skies and threatened their journey. Unperturbed, Dahlia and Flax sought shelter beneath a large oak, whose branches stretched out like welcoming arms. As the storm roared above, they huddled together, feeling their hearts beating in unison. In that moment, Dahlia realized that connections could be felt without words, and even in silence, companionship could light the darkest paths. Morning came with the golden glow of dawn, dispelling the storm's wrath and bringing a renewed sense of hope. Hand in tiny paw, they stepped into a meadow dotted with titu and rainbows. Standing at the edge of Flax's shimmering pond, they knew their adventure had come to an end, but their friendship would last forever. Dahlia waved as Flax looked into the water, his presence now a cherished memory tattooed upon her heart. Ill with the promise to return one day, Dahlia began her walk back home, her spirit lifted by the extraordinary bond formed with her salamander friend. Here's another gentle story for you. The innocent friendship of Bluebonnet and Marigold. This story is about the innocent friendship between a young boy named Bluebonnet and a kind-hearted nymph named Marigold, who explore the wonders of an enchanted forest together. In a quaint village nestled between rolling hills and sparkling streams, there lived a young boy named Bluebonnet. Bluebonnet was known for his curious spirit and innocence that shone like a beacon in the hearts of those who knew him. Every day, he would wander the meadows that bordered the enchanted forest searching for adventures and new friends. One sunny afternoon, as Bluebonnet lay near a babbling brook, he caught sight of a shimmering figure among the wildflowers. Venturing closer, he discovered Marigold, a kind-hearted nymph with hair that glistened in the sunlight like spun gold. The nymph's eyes were the color of emeralds, and they expressed a warmth that made Bluebonnet feel instantly welcomed. "Hello," Bluebonnet greeted, his voice filled with wonder. Marigold smiled a soft, inviting smile and replied, "Hello, young wanderer. What brings you to the enchanted forest today?" "I'm looking for magic and new friends," Bluebonnet responded honestly. From that moment on, a beautiful friendship blossomed between the human and the nymph. They spent their days exploring the forest's hidden wonders, from the secret groves where butterflies danced, to the ancient oak trees whispering tales of old times. Marigold taught Bluebonnet about the delicate balance of nature, showing him how every creature and plant played a vital role in the world. In return, Bluebonnet shared tales of his village, of laughter, family, and dreams of adventures beyond the hills. As the seasons changed, and the trees turned from lush green to fiery red and gold, their bond grew stronger. One chilly evening, as the sky turned lavender with the setting sun, Bluebonnet sat by the brook pondering the time spent with Marigold. "You've shown me so much," he said to the gentle nymph who sat beside him, dipping her toes in the cool water. "And you have reminded me of the beauty of living in each moment," Marigold replied, her voice like a soft melody. That night, as Bluebonnet headed home, he carried with him a heart full of warmth and memories of his dear friend. The innocence of their friendship was a light that would continue to guide him through life. It taught him that while the world could be vast and mysterious, it was also filled with gentle kindness waiting to be discovered. And so each night, as Bluebonnet drifted to sleep, with the stars of the night sky twinkling above, he dreamt of the adventures that awaited and the magical bond he would always cherish with Marigold. Now, let's embrace the next chapter. The miraculous friendship of Geranium and Pea. This story is about a human named Geranium and a salamander named Pea, who discover the miracle of everlasting friendship. In a village nestled between whispering woods and crystalline streams, lived a young girl named Geranium, whose curiosity about the world was as endless as the starry sky above. One quiet evening, as the sun dipped below the horizon, casting a blanket of oranges and purples across the land, Geranium wandered off into the woods. Her heart was filled with wonder and a longing for an adventure that only the mysterious forest could provide. There, among the shadows and ancient trees, she discovered a salamander called Pea. Pea's skin shimmered with an iridescent glow, like a jewel hidden amid the mossy greens, and his eyes held the wisdom of ages. At first, Pea was startled by Geranium's presence, but her gentle smile and kind eyes soon put him at ease. "Who are you?" asked Pea, his voice gentle like the rustle of leaves in the evening breeze. "And Geranium," the girl replied, her voice as soft as the first snowfall of winter. From that moment on, an extraordinary friendship blossomed, one that was nurtured by shared stories and endless curiosity about each other's worlds. As the seasons changed, so did their bond. One chilly autumn night, when the moon was a perfect silver disk in the sky, Pea spoke of the miracle moon, a phenomenon he had heard about only in legends. "It is said," Pea began hesitantly, "that on one special night the moon shines directly on the heart of the woods, and it grants a wish to those pure of heart." Geranium's eyes sparkled with excitement. "You must find it," she explained, her adventurous spirit alight with the possibility of witnessing such a miracle. As the days turned shorter, they prepared for the mystical journey. They packed a satchel with small trinkets and snacks and set off toward the heart of the woods. They walked with purpose, guided by moonlight filtering through the canopy above. The night seemed endless, each step echoing with the silent song of the forest. Finally, they reached a glade where the moonlight cooled like liquid silver. There, standing together, they silently made their wishes. As the moon reached its zenith, a warm light enveloped them, and for a moment, the world was painted in the dreams they cherished, deep within their hearts. Miraculously, their hearts filled with a deeper bond, a connection so profound that it transcended words. The miracle moon had granted them the gift of a friendship that would last a lifetime, unbroken through the trials of time and distance. As they walked back home, the woods that once seemed larger than life felt like a familiar path walked by old friends. Under the starlit sky, Geranium and PE, they had experienced something truly magical, a miracle of friendship, and the boundless wonders of the world around them. Let peace be with you tonight. Good night.